Again.
This is Les Halmos coming to you from Expo Rail at Delson, Quebec. Big announcement by Rapido, the new engines they're building. I'm with Jason Shron here. We made a big presentation and it went over very well. I was going to ask Jason a few questions of how did he get in this team. Hey Jason.
How are you?
I'm great. How about you? You like your show today?
It's a lot of fun. The best part was we took via rail to get here.
Wow.
We had our own Skyline car. It was amazing.
That must make you happy.
Yeah, 7.5 hours in our own dome car. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so my question for you is, what made you go into steam? You're a diesel guy, aren't you?
I am. I model 1980s, so steam is really not my thing. But I was at a train show and I felt, looking around at the Canadian modelers, that we're getting old, right? And Rapido has really built a name for doing the only manufacturer to really dedicate itself to all these Canadian models. We've got the passenger cars, the locomotives, everything, freight. And we said, you know what? We got to do Canadian steam and we got to do it fast. And so actually after the first day of the show, I turned to Bill, we're having a little bit of scotch, and Bill says to me, how are things? I said, well, I think we have to do steam. And he says, which engine? I said, all of them. All the Canadian steam engines.
All of them?
So we're not going to do all of them, but we've now focused on 12 Canadian steam engines. We call it the icons of Canadian steam. It's 12 really identifiable unique Canadian engines that Canadian modelers or people all over the world who model Canadian railroads are going to want to have on their layout.
Which is your first engine that you're going to make?
So our first locomotive is the Canadian Pacific Royal Hudson. We want to start with the most famous one, right? That probably is the most famous Canadian steam engine. And starting from there, we're going to do a number of different engines every year for CN and CP. So basically two locomotives a year, one CN, one CP. And then some of them, there's other things like the Central Vermont, for example. We've chosen locomotive prototypes so we can do Central Vermont as addition to CN. So it's a little bit more broad than just CN and CP.
Well, that's wonderful. I know the products come out from Rapido are second to none, and it's not even to one.
I appreciate that, but the most important thing for us is that these steam engines operate reliably.
Here you go.
We've got, steam engines they have a reputation of being very finicky models.
Yeah.
All right, they don't like switches, they don't like crossovers, they don't like this. So we have a number of steam experts. These are guys who don't just know steam engines. They are people who've been modeling steam for 40 years or more. Okay, even our own Bill Schneider's been modeling steam for close to 40 years. We have experts in Winnipeg, Manitoba. A fellow named John Morris been modeling steam since before I was born, and his full-time job until he retired was to actually rebuild models for people and steam engines, and along with other things. So people like John are helping us out to ensure that this model is it's got to operate like a Swiss watch, basically.
Okay, and you have a date of when?
Yeah, so we're going to have our first locomotive out in 2017, which is Canada's 150th birthday. We're not going to guarantee it's going to be out by July 1st, 2017, which is Dominion Day, because we don't believe in rushing something to market. Okay, we're going to take as long as we need, but we envision, based on the amount of work we've done now, our experience in the hobby, we should be able to have it out at some point in 2017. And then that will give our customers and us the confidence for our future steam engines, that they will feel comfortable ordering the next steam engines because they'll get that Royal Hudson. It'll be before the order deadline for the next steam engine model, and they'll say, this thing runs beautifully, it looks beautiful. I feel comfortable to order Rapido's next steam engine.
Well, Jason, thank you for doing this, and we all appreciate it, I'm sure.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's a joy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Les Halmos signing off from Delson on this wonderful presentation and stuff we didn't expect. Steam engines from Rapido? Give me a break.